Donc ça va quoi? Aujourd'hui, nouveau petit react d'un Philippe Nasser, un anglophone, qui va visiter le Nigeria. Et il va dans une école coranique. C'est bon, sachant que c'est un pays musulman. Attends, Nigeria, je confonds toujours, mais je sais que Niger ou Nigeria, il y a un pays majoritairement musulman de fou.
This is the Sahel region. Around 90% of its population are Muslims. Today, one unique practice for teaching the Holy Quran is the use of aluwa, wooden tablets widely used across the Sahel.
Ouais, vous devez sûrement connaître ça en Mauritanie et tout, dans des pays comme ça, il y en a plein, ils utilisent ça. Et ils apprennent très bien avec les tablettes en bois.
To see this tradition firsthand, we traveled to Kano, a historic city in northern Nigeria, and visited one of their madrasas.
Donc une madrasa, on va dire, c'est une école arabe.
A madrasa is a school where they teach the kids to learn the Quran and Islamic values at a very young age. We're going to check out one of them, but you need to be aware that most madrasas here, they're in need of a lot of resources. So just be ready that this video of today is going to be a little bit more rough, and this displays the harsh reality that a lot of people here, a lot of children, have to face in their daily life.
This madrasa is a very large madrasa that houses more than 1,000 students here. The nature of their practice here, or Islamic study, is actually spread across first of their morning classes around 4 a.m. in the morning. It will take them down to 8:30 a.m. in the morning, where they observe their morning prayer, and then the ulama will release these children for morning breakfast. Okay.
Yanzu wa'annan yara
the mother to the first ulama.
Su suka rike makaranta.
She's a symbol.
Okay.
Yes, and that's why you see them respecting her.
Since most madrasas are free of charge, many parents send their children here, leaving their care in the hands of the ulamas.
It's actually been written in Warash, and they actually use a black ink to actually make this type of writing. Students are actually coming in the morning to recite the ayah and the surah that the ulama actually taught them, and the ulama has to make sure that those students actually incorporate, or rather encode, all the ayahs that they are being taught before they will be given a new verse of the Quran. They return around 12 for afternoon reading of the Holy Quran, and this will take them up to 3 o'clock. And they also have yet another 1 hour break, which they will return after Asri prayer, and this will take them up to 6 o'clock. And from 6 o'clock, they also have yet another 3 hours that will take them down after Isha'i.
C'est là où tu vois quand même les dégâts d'un pays, de vivre dans un pays non musulman, même si dans ton pays d'origine c'est plus pauvre là-bas. C'est ça qu'il y a comme dégâts, c'est que tu vas vivre dans un pays non musulman, tu vas être coupé de l'islam, tu vas être coupé de... directement ou indirectement. Tu vas jamais réviser le Coran comme eux révisent, tu vas jamais apprendre le Coran comme dans un pays musulman. Même si t'es à l'école arabe interne en islam, car même en France, dans les écoles arabes, ils sont surveillés, ça commence à de plus en plus fermer. Ça sera jamais comme dans un pays musulman. Donc c'est-à-dire qu'en vivant en terre non musulmane, tu te coupes de l'islam d'une manière brutale. Et quand tu les vois eux, regardez par exemple nous en France. Nous en France, comment dire ça? C'est limite pour abuser le trait. Il y en a, ils connaissent que la Fatiha et encore. Tu vois, pour vous dire que là-bas, ils apprennent que là-bas, tu sais, peut-être 1 sur 2 connaît, lui, par exemple, je dis n'importe quoi, il connaît la moitié du Coran. Lui, il a presque terminé tout le Coran. Lui, il connaît un quart. Nous, en France, c'est limite si on ne connaît pas 2 sourates. Les gens prient avec 2 sourates, 3 sourates. C'est là où tu vois que les dégâts. Hein.
Isha'i prayer, which is around 8 o'clock, and they return back to the classes down to 12 a.m. or 11 p.m. At night. This is basically how this school study is actually being unfolded.
Islam arrived in Kano in the 11th century through cultural exchange with merchants and scholars. Over time, it became an integral part of the community's way of life.
Chalkboard you are seeing there is a very easiest and fastest way for students to be able to encode what they are being taught. So as you can see, he actually requested for one of the board that you are seeing, and this is a writing that you can see. So this is Bismillahir Rahman. So this is how they taught.
Ah bah attends, bah là on voit pas.
People, say it, let me hear.
Ba sim mi ara.
Okay, you can see he's saying ba, sim, mi, ara.
Kamar spelling ke.
So it's like a spelling. If you want to start learning like consonants and vowels, just as much as you know, if you really want to learn English very well, you need to learn the consonants and you need to learn the vowels. So these are the consonants and these are the vowels. The Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So in this very particular school, they start with ba, sin, mi, ara. Ba is more like B. Sin and mi, ara, they are also letters. So this is how they usually start by teaching students. How do you now learn the consonants and how do you learn the vowels? So the writing that you are now seeing right now is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. But the Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, in the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful, is being actually written in Arabic term, and the ulama will start teaching the student on how to even write Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, starting with individual letter, the ba'un, the sinun, the mimun, the alifun, the lamun, and all that. So this is what is trying to say. For you to be able to learn the entire Quran, this is the beginning.
Et franchement, de ce que j'ai vu, la méthode comment, c'est très bénéfique. Hein. Est-ce que j'arriverai à lire moi? Non, j'arriverai pas à lire leur écriture. Non, j'arriverai pas à lire, c'est pas l'écriture. C'est comme. Non, j'arriverai pas à lire.
So, like he's saying that this is traditionally this is called babaku, and this is what farfaru. So, babaku is more or less like for beginners. When you want to start learning how to recite the Holy Quran, or rather how to write the Holy Quran, you start with the babaku. Babaku is a Hausa term meaning beginners. It's strictly meant for beginners, for people beginning learning how to write the Holy Quran and recite the Holy Quran. And this is the farfaru. Babaku is more like a black, and farfaru is more like a white. So when they say black, is more or less like for beginner, and the white is more or less for people who are actually comprehending the Holy Quran.
So the small kids, they just quit school and they're hanging around with us whilst they're showing me the area where the adults they're still teaching. I mean they're still learning right now. Oh, we're entering the masjid right here. Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum.
And this is also the board, the traditional board that they usually translate or write, copy everything in the Holy Quran to the board. Do you understand? And as you can see, he's memorizing the Holy Quran right now.
Okay.
This is the recitation process that is ongoing right now, reciting from the Holy Quran.
This all what you can see behind me is basically one
Oh, le monde qu'il y a.
classroom, and they are under the supervision of one single ulama, of one single teacher. How many students does he have in this room?
Akalla nan dai muna da inda kuka shigo din nan za a samu kimanin mutum 1000.
In this segment, it houses minors, children between the age of 6 years to 17 years old. At this very particular class, it houses a total of 1,000 minor students. This is actually affecting their health. You can see there is not enough ventilation, and you can see that they don't even have mattresses.
T'imagines 1000 élèves.
Most of them usually sleep bare floor. They are also sleeping here. This is where to get a fund, when you have a fund and you really want to impact on the lives of the needy, these people are actually dying here. They need a help and they need sadaqah jariyah. They need fund. This could need to be established. They need to be taken care of. Their shelter, food, they lack food. No water, you can see the water here is very bad. The water is not hygiene. The food is very, very bad. They need to go out to source for food. You can see the ulamas, the economic situation in Nigeria is not actually friendly. The ulama do not have enough money or enough food items to feed a total of more than 5,000 students. Imagine during rainy season, how do they cope? Imagine a mosquito, malaria parasites, and look at how they are, malnourished. And they are here trying to study the Holy Quran. So that is what exactly, even their toilets, their conveniences. So that is what they actually say.
Ça c'est dommage, hein. C'est dommage. Mais après généralement c'est pas eux qui ont l'argent, c'est triste, hein. C'est-à-dire que dites-vous là même eux là ils ont pas l'argent tout ça, mais malgré ça ils veulent apprendre le Coran et c'est dommage que c'est dans des conditions comme ça. Mais après tu te dis est-ce que s'il y aurait l'argent, des bonnes conditions et tout, ils auraient appris le Coran et tout. Donc, peut-être que c'est pour sagesse, on sait pas.
saying that their convenience is very bad, and that is why you see them having sort of urinary tract infection. They are suffering from infection, and that is why I am appealing that if possible, if we have relevant Islamic foundations, individuals, stakeholders that are really wanting to put Sadaqat Jariyah, this is the place to put. And even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, in Tansurullah yansurkum wa yusabbit aqdamakum. I am appealing, we need help in this very particular school.
And for that reason, I created a fundraiser. You can find the link in the description box, and I also pinned it in the comment section. And remember, even...
Ah là, il est plus au Nigeria, là. Il est en Angleterre, je dirais ça. Je reconnais un peu. Angleterre.
a small amount can already make a great difference. For example, if you're about to donate €5, you can feed up to 10 kids with it, provide meals that will include bean cake and pap, which is something like a cereal yogurt. Or you can buy, for example, 3
Vous pensez c'est une tentation ou pas? Par exemple, toi tu fais une cagnotte. 5 000 euros, tu sais, le but est de réunir 5 000 euros. Maintenant, tu vois, il y a 15 000 euros de la cagnotte. Tu sais, c'est tentant, c'est une tentation de se dire attends, il y a 15 000 là. Il y a 15 000. Et c'est là où elle est la tentation de dire est-ce que tu restes sur tes principes et valeurs, t'aides le Nigeria, ou est-ce que tu dis 15 000 tu vois? Faut être fort mentalement, faut avoir la foi pour dire je reste solide, je vais aider, c'est pour ces enfants.
Mosquito nets which will tackle potential malaria diseases. Anyways, you can leave your
ok, donc là, on lâche le pouce bleu. Donc là, à la fin, il dit ouais, comment vous pouvez aider en description. Nous l'avez à l'Ehar. J'ai pas de travail. Sinon, dommage, hein, moi j'aurais aidé, hein, les associations, tout, j'aurais aidé. Mais bon, dommage. Enfin, c'est le destin, tout est écrit. Enfin voilà, franchement, c'est très bien ce qu'ils font, hein, ces petits youtubeurs. Je pense pas que c'est un gros youtubeur, il a 8000 abonnés, mais presque 8000 abonnés. Il essaye d'aider comme il peut, il voyage, il met la visibilité sur ça c'est bien. Donc on a pu voir, ça c'était franchement, j'ai bien aimé la vidéo. Après c'est dommage les conditions de vie dans lesquelles ils sont, l'eau n'est pas hygiénique, il y a trop d'étudiants et qui finissent même par mourir les uns sur les autres. C'est dommage. Enfin, dis-moi ce que t'en penses en commentaire, lâche le pouce bleu, abonne-toi et on se reprochera.